Colleen wanted me to stand in front of my favorite part of the garden, so I'm just going to stand in front of it. All right, good morning, guys. It's been a while since we've done a tour. It's October something now, but I'm standing in front of our loofah. Never too late to sow. We sowed this early June, actually. You can see they're getting pretty big. So we're just gonna run around the garden real quick today and show you guys what we still got left to harvest and what we're gonna be doing in early October in beautiful Springfield, Illinois. So let's go. All right, so we're standing in front of the Five Drunken Brothers. You can see the broom corn. It's about 15 feet. It's pretty ridiculous. We're getting lots of funny comments from the neighbors, so that's great. And then our accidental sweet potato patch has turned out quite well. Not sure if we're going to get any sweet potatoes out of there, but it definitely covered up the composting that's going on underneath it. So we're going to get in there and harvest it, I don't know, probably after the first frost. We should be in a couple, 3 weeks or so. And yeah, see what we got in there. And then we might have a plan for how to use that kind of half-baked compost in there. Well, we'll call it a mulch right now. So yeah, this bed turned out awesome. The beans didn't work out, but that's what you get for sowing beans in August. So anyways, on to the next one. All right, standing in front of the brassica slash cover crop experimental beds. They look actually pretty good. The brassicas have managed to outpace the cover crop. This is the winter. It's got peas, vetch, which is also called winter tares in the UK, a rye, a winter rye, and a crimson clover. Haven't seen much of the clover come up, but yeah, it looks super cool. It's protecting the soil that we tilled up, and this is the hairy vetch bed here. It's doing really well. We did lose two. I did step on one, but we did have some spares, so we plunked them in, and we'll see how it goes. Colleen just harvested our second to last watermelon, and I don't know if you can hear that, but I don't think that's what you want to hear when you harvest a watermelon. But that's okay. We'll open it up, see what happens. I have a suspicion this might become worm food, or some maybe very brave soul might want to give it a try. So let's head into the garden. Okay, we're just standing in the middle of our new beds that we created. These are the no-till beds. Performed really well. We got lots of courgettes and melons, and we just have some winter squash maturing right now. We do have one summer squash left here. We're just seeing the effects of what powdery mildew do to a plant. There's that. We might just been too lazy to actually pull it out, but it's our last one. It's done, but that's fine. The sneaky crop of buckwheat is doing really well. We'll be terminating that in a couple weeks and putting some garlic in there. And then we just slammed in some of our some kale, some brassicas, and then we have the baby bok choy, the tatsoi, the red leaf lettuce, and the wild arugula in here. And we're doing a comparison between the no-till and the till side. So yeah, everything's looking really good. It looks great with the wood chips on top. I really like the look of that. Yeah, things are looking awesome. So let's go over to the other side. Okay, we're on the tilt side, one-time disturbance side. Pretty much the exact same kind of growth, no big differences. This side's probably doing a little bit better, but there's not much in it. We do have a few more winter squashes coming, just some random basils that we're going to get out of here pretty quick. And the other thing that a few of you will note is the living pathway that I painstakingly created back in July. Absolute fail, but that's okay. That's okay. I did not anticipate the amount of growth and the shade that was created, and then the resulting killing off of all the clover. But we'll leave it. We'll see how it does over winter, and then probably just bury it with wood chips. All right, we're just standing in front of our pea and carrot bed. Now, the thing I'm stoked about is we got about a 30% success rate in this bed. I sowed directly kind of into like a wood chip mulch, and yeah, 30% success rate is pretty good. So if I double that within 2 years, we'll have 100% success. When did I sow these? These were right at the beginning of August, or sorry, the middle of August. And the peas are coming up quite nicely. I think I got them in a little bit too late. I don't think we'll get very many peas before the frost come, but something to adjust for next year. So these things will definitely need shade. It has been uber hot. I mean, we're still in the mid 80s. It's going to cool down I think in about 10 days. It's going to start really cooling down. So these things will start taking off. And then in our leek slash drying bean slash pepper bed slash loofah vine going crazy bed, this is still producing tons of peppers. We just did a big harvest of them a couple days ago, but yeah, we still got tons to go. The other pepper plant with the yellow bell peppers is really doing well. So yeah, pretty soon we're gonna have to give up. I mean, all these flowers, they ain't gonna come to much, but that's fine. This bed has kind of blown us away this year by how many peppers we got out of there. So it's been awesome.
Can I just add that I'm super excited about those leeks and our potatoes? Leek potato soup.
Vichyssoise.
Vichyssoise.
Okay. All right, we're just on the other side of the loofah plant here. This bed here, we did sow some peas. Kind of got hammered by the rabbits, but that's okay. And then all of our tiny onion bulbs, we just turned into sets and just plunked them in here. I don't know, there's probably 30, 50 of them. One just did traditionally, and there's quite a few of them popping. And the other one, I just plunked them in, covered them with some hairy vetch or winter tears, and then top dressed with some wood chips. And yeah, there's a few coming up there too, so that's pretty cool. Okay, this is our what was our garlic bed. We just plunked in some hot peppers. They're not going to make it to the fruiting stage, but we did do a bunch of different applications, and I think we learned some stuff there. We'll share that with you guys another time. Some more peas we slammed in here, and then we did a second sowing of cucumbers. The second sowing did really well for, I don't know, a few weeks, maybe a month, and then got hammered by either the cucumber beetle and the bacterial wilt, or possibly a virus. But nonetheless, there's still 2 healthy plants that are producing some cucumbers, but the other 3 have been destroyed. So we're going to prune all those back, get them into garbage bags, and send them to the landfill. Try to keep that out of the garden as much as possible. Okay, and then just kind of in the back of the garden here, these are our Jurassic collard greens. They're doing well. They did get hammered by caterpillars, but that's fine. We haven't protected any of our brassicas this year, and we're seeming to get a lot of food out of it. So we'll see if the pests kind of build next year, but that's one cool thing about this year is the amount of food that we're able to get without protecting them kind of whatsoever. So comfrey, we're gonna have to deal with the comfrey. I think we're gonna be digging that out next spring and then planting it a little more strategically. We do have plans for these back beds here. We're gonna flip these to perennial beds. And yeah, actually we were gonna chop down these eggplants, but you can see, well, something's got that pretty good. But yeah, we'll see what happens with them, and then get them out of here and compost them. Okay, just on the other side, another mixed bed here. These are our beans. We've been harvesting these things nonstop for, it seems like, months. We do have a lot of drying beans left, and eggplant, and then these, again, these Ajarskis have just been awesome. really enjoy these Ajarskis. They're really thick-skinned and seem to produce really well. So we'll do a bunch more of those, bunch more of Ajarski plants next year. And then what we're planning on doing here, and maybe you guys could help, is just letting this asparagus brown up and then kind of cutting it at the crown, and then mulching probably with wood chips to overwinter it. We did tear out all the strawberries and the onions that did not do well under them, and have plans for those. So let's just go into the back 40 and see what's going on there.
I have a question.
What?
For our audience.
Yes.
Can we just mulch with the actual fronds? Can we just lay the fronds down?
Ooh, that's a really good one. I think that would be probably what we want to do.
Okay, well.
Until everyone says no. But yeah, let us know, and
Okay.
Maybe we'll try.
Okay.
Maybe we'll try a couple different things.
Half and halves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So this is probably one of the most annoying and one of the most beautiful parts of the garden. Yeah. These loofahs are absolutely ridiculous. Thanks, Patrick, for the idea to sow them. Even though we sowed them uber late, they are definitely producing. I don't know what the heck we're supposed to do with them. Yeah, I know you can make a loofah sponge out of it. I tried eating one, a little one. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it's just so much fun to come back here and have to kind of crawl through. We had the irrigation guys here yesterday to blow out the irrigation lines, and the kid was just completely blown away by these baseball bats that we're growing. So let's go. All right, just standing in front of our spent sunflowers. We made this bed back in August, I think, and then just slammed in a bunch of tomatoes that were in our kind of ICU, and then treated one half with worm casting tea, the other half without. Definitely the side that got the treatment actually has fruit on it. I'm not gonna say it looks great, but that's okay. The side that didn't, most of the stuff died off, and there's I don't think any fruit on these ones, but that's okay. We did manage to sneak in a buckwheat cover crop, and yeah, the ironic part about this is there's no fencing around here, and the rabbits have left this alone. I don't know. I don't understand, but that's totally fine. So what we'll do is we'll probably hammer all this out of here very soon, get our winter cover crops in, and then figure out a plan for this in the spring. I'm thinking perennials. This would be a good spot for some perennials, but we'll see. If you guys got any great ideas, let us know. All right, and we're just here in front of our tomatoes. I think we're down to about our last 30 or 50 pounds coming off, but yeah, the production this year has been ridiculous on these things. A couple days ago, I got in here, just cleaned up underneath the tomatoes and the basil, and threw in a cover crop, the winter mix cover crop. And I can see they're already starting to germinate, so that's great. We do have more plugs for the winter cover crop, so when we do pull out all the rest of the plants or chop them at the base, we'll just insert those plugs because they've really been working well. But yeah, tomatoes have been awesome. Our goal was to fill up the freezer. We did that, and a few family members' freezers and a few neighbors' freezers as well. So it was pretty epic. I think we're going to be around 500 pounds of tomatoes. So that's not an adorable amount. That is a S-ton of tomatoes. So all right, Colleen wanted me to stand in front of my favorite part of the garden, so I'm just going to stand in front of it. The garden has been phenomenal this year. The differences in growth between Victoria and here are pretty substantial. There's benefits some challenges, but that's fine. But just really want to thank you guys. So many great tips that have helped us this year and that are going to carry us through the next year. Yeah, we killed a ton of stuff this year. Ton of stuff died, but that doesn't matter. There was so much stuff that just kicked butt. So yeah, just want to thank you guys. Got any suggestions for overwintering some stuff? That would be great. And Colleen will do a separate video of the patio garden coming soon. So hope you guys have a great day. Have an awesome October. Lots of stuff still out here to grow. So stay awesome. Okay, so what are we doing?
It's
a
a
real quick tour.
quick tour plus things to do in October.
Well, we missed our September.
That's fine.
Okay.